All right, hello everybody. How are you? It's me. This is, of course, your friend, the Pencil of Scorn. Can you see this? Nice to be with you this evening. We're gonna have a very chill kind of evening as I work on this cover, which needs to be done in 5 days. So we got to get this cover done, and really, all I'm doing, I just have to come up with a good, solid pose for cyberfrog. Bearing in mind that the layout is largely already done, and then this is kind of what I'm working with here. I wanted to put this off until I fully understood what the rest of the piece was going to look like. And this is roughly where we're at right now. So Cyberfrog, it's not a lot of room. I don't care. I'm drawing over all of this stuff. Yeah, so I got that first page there to work on to do a really nice drawing of Cyberfrog. I guess at war. I'm not really sure exactly what. Now, John did a kind of a rough sketch of what Cyberfrog could look like. I don't know if I'm going to completely go with what he did, although if I did, it would kind of teach him a lesson. So Josiah Haynes says, "Hear this," and the middle finger. What Josiah Haynes? Stop it! You're messing with my chill right now. We gotta actually do. We gotta chill out and be able. Gotta be able to draw. All right. So anyway, that's the space that we're working with, and that's what we got to do. All right. So let me get rid of this. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's see here. Now, John had his character leaning away this way, right? So we want to maybe bookend that by having the rough shape of Cyberfrog kind of take up this kind of space. This is I know you probably can't see anything just yet. Understand that, I'm working with my non-photo blue pencil of scorn, working with some of the greatest artists of our time. Um, Let me see. Oh, for people who wanted to know, this is the Salamandroid mug. I use it as a pen holder. Here it is. You can get this on our eBay store. So if you want to get a Salamandroid mug, we've got them for you. They come in a really nice box. All right, let me see here. So I got 5 days to get this done. And here we go. All right, you guys are saying some interesting things. Cyberfrog should definitely be cannons out. You want them like ready to fight. The weird thing about that is that like I've been trying to save that visual image for the book itself, like but I mean, you might be right. We might just have to do it. All right, so unfortunately, Cyberfrog is going to be kind of moving away from the action, which bothers me. I really would have liked to have had him leaping into the action, but it just doesn't make sense in terms of the dynamics of the layout that John has set up with Shane. So let's see if we can make this work. So the idea is to basically follow this kind of a rough shape here. We want to kind of swoop this way, okay, a little bit. Let me take a look again, see how much room I've got. Just make sure this works. All right. All right, so we have more room on this side than we do on that side. So and Godlike's leg is straight here. So let's go ahead. Let's mirror reverse John Malin's Godlike. All right. All right, we're doing guns out. Straight leg here. and then bendy leg here. And then kind of straight arm, but this will be like a, let me see, and then we can have a cannon firing back into, oh, that's not so bad. All right, I like that idea. So we do it this way, and we can have him leaping, bending away from the action, but firing back into it, like so. I think that makes sense. And let's just go ahead, and since people have already seen the arm cannons that come with the action figure, not Cyberfrog, fully like frogged out, we could just go with that, and I think that'll be fine without spoiling anything or ruining anything. Okay. And returning fire at Alex. Yes. Oh, Shane. Shane is my dude, but yeah, he put me in a tough spot with this layout. That's okay. All right, so this is roughly what we're doing. Here's his head. I'm gonna darken it a little bit. Boy, I really wish I had. You know what? I'm gonna go see if I have lead pencil so you can see it. Boy, why did non-photo blue? How do I have no lead? You gotta be kidding me. I thought I had like leads like I used to use, but as it turns out, I just have my supply. What's left? They stopped making these, so these are like precious. This is all I have left in the world of my wonderful turquoise non-photo blue pencil leads. After these are gone, I'm in trouble. So, all right, we're just gonna. Sorry, I was hoping to be able to do this so that you could see it. Got my shoulder pads on, by the way. My elbow pads, I mean. See? All right. Wrong mic. Is that what it is? Hold on. Settings. Audio. Default. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, guys. That should work better. Better? Okay. All right, we've got Brohawk in here. That's nice. Let me see. What did I hear about? Well, I heard you guys constantly saying more draw streams, and I was going to just do this in private, but I just thought, maybe we just do a draw stream. Maybe we do this in front of people. This is my piece of the cover that we're hoping to be able to crowdfund these variant kind of this variant triptych that I'm working on with Shane and John Malin. Like I think it's going to be Inglorious Rex and Godlike, and then Cyberfrog, some Cyberfrog book. I'm not sure which one yet. This will be a variant on there. And then we're going to use that money to buy a table, a big, gigantic booth at C2E2. So that's the plan right now. And this is my contribution. This was their idea. John and Shane, these guys were planning this for like months, and they finally told me about it and invited me in. I was like, whoa, how did I not know about this? I think they know that I would have blasted them. I can't keep a secret. I get too excited about things. Maybe I'll have Cyberfrog's arm like this. That way we can see more of the leg. Lots of foot. All right, unfortunately, we can't break into the next page for his foot, so I got to bend his knee. I got to keep Cyberfrog entirely on his own cover here. So we got to bend this knee back like this. All right. It works. It works. All right, guys. Hello. Jesus Villasenor. Hey, EVS, what would be a good starting point for Cyberfrog comics? I'm a rookie. Um, Go to you have two choices. You can read the '90s book, which is warts and all. That's a 400 page. It actually is like 400 plus pages. I didn't realize that. Of all the stuff that I did in the 1990s, you can get that for $30 on our eBay store, or you can go to our eBay store and get Blood Honey, which is the new relaunch of Cyberfrog. And we have a copy of that for $15. It says flash sale on it. You can grab one of those. And either way is a good starting point, for Cyberfrog. Here's ASC presents. Yay, more content, and that's Mint Salad. Hi, Mint. How you doing? All right, here we go. Yeah, or get both of them. Heck, we'll ship both of them to you. Sometimes I pick up a pen and the tip is just no good, so I just toss it. So Cyberfrog's eyes are nice and round, although I'm not sure if they're hollow or if they kind of stick out. I'm not sure if it's like if this is kind of like a fiery kind of like flaming kind of hole in his eye sockets or if they stick out. I think they probably bulge out like a regular frog, but it could go either way there. All right, let me see. I'm gonna bring in the camera a little bit. Where's my zoom? Okay, that works. How strict are you on Cyberfrog's anatomy? His legs change length all the time, but other than that, it's I'm pretty strict about it. I know what he looks like, but his legs can be long, kind of noodly French fries, or they can be kind of human-like, depending on what I need them to look like in that moment. I just imagine they kind of stretch out. They've got that metallic banding on them that kind of indicates that they stretch and can grow. Comic Book One says 9 Prismacolor turquoise lead refills available on Zon right now. Oh, Amazon. 2.0 millimeter. Who told me? Somebody told me the other day because I was like answering a question about my supplies, the supplies I use, and somebody told me that they stopped making them, and I kind of panicked inside. I have to admit I didn't double check, but I went, "Uh-oh. Well, I've still got a few." Maybe that was incorrect information. That'd be reassuring. I'm gonna put on a little bit of goofy music in the background, real quiet. Okay, hope you guys don't mind. Um. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I kind of think Cyberfrog's eyes are hot and fiery, and they would burn you if you touched them. They used to bleed smoke like spawns. Everything Todd McFarlane did was so awesome. I wanted to emulate it as a kid. I just thought he was great. So Cyberfrog is like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle meets Spider-Man meets Spawn meets Savage Dragon meets Pit. It's all of that stuff all rolled in, all rolled into one character. His head is shaped kind of like an arrowhead, like with a big, thick neck in the back that just kind of goes into his metallic spinal column. You can give him as broad of shoulders as you want. I actually prefer it when Cyberfrog is made to look a little bit more beefy. A little bit more of a tough frog. I got some people who do images of Cyberfrog and they make him kind of skinny. I don't know, like skinny arms and stuff like a frog actually would have. My God, how do we have 393 people watching me do this? I absolutely love you guys. You're the best. You don't have to stick around. Michael Bancroft says, but I got no place to go. Doc Brewski says, love the Dale Keown Cyberfrog shirt on eBay. Yeah, those are very, very high quality. I think they're on sale now because we only have like mediums and small sizes left. But I mean, if you fit into a medium or a small, I mean, absolutely, I highly recommend buying one of those shirts. He did a Salamandroid one too. We did oversized prints. They have all these little features on them. They have our All Caps Comics logo on the sleeve and the logo of the Cyberfrog logo or the Salamandroid logo in silver ink on the back. They're very, very nice shirts. We try to keep everything high quality. We haven't done too much junk. We had our moment early on. I don't know if you remember. But since then, it's been like, okay, everything that we do has to be the highest of quality. Aldion says, Ethan, will you please reprint the Del Keown shirts in 3XL for fat people like me? I'll do something new. I don't want to do the same thing over again because I feel like we barely sold. Like when we sell through something, I'm like, whew, we did it. We sold through. I don't want to repeat the same thing. I'd rather try to do something new and then sell another shirt to the same person. It just seems like a good idea. But yeah, thank you for saying that. I don't know if anybody sells those shirts on eBay, but probably not, right? Oh my God. I looked at YouTube to see what was going on, and I gotta say, I really can't believe it. I'm shocked. I am absolutely shocked right now at what's going on YouTube. And it's somebody who's like close to me, somebody that I know real well. I can't believe this person like didn't tell me about it. But yeah, it's insane. Anna, that Star Wars girl, is streaming with Ann Coulter right now. Can't fucking believe it. You know what? Like, Anna doesn't appreciate Ann Coulter. She doesn't care about Ann Coulter. Why did she get to stream with Ann Coulter? She's on there with Gavin McInnes and Ann Coulter. Damn. I think Alex Stein is there too. I'm very jealous of that. I'm like, Anna, you're streaming with Ann Coulter, and she's just kind of like croaks at me, like, what? I don't care. Anna! I would love to talk to Ann Coulter about Senator Joseph McCarthy. Put her on my show. I used to read all of her books, every single one of her books, and I think I got one of them autographed. I was just a big fan of Ann's, like in the 2004, 2005. I loved Ann Coulter. I don't know what she's doing now. I think she kind of turned her back on Donald Trump and everything, which is extremely disappointing, but I'll pretend I don't know that and just talk to her as though, we're 2003 or 2004. Neocon Ann Coulter, who, look, she's the one who kind of opened my eyes about the Red Scare, about the Cold War. I loved her book, Blacklisted by, no, what was her book? Blacklisted by History was what I was kind of led to read after reading her book about McCarthy. It's awesome. That didn't make too many of my peers in comics happy, by the way, when I told them that Senator Joseph McCarthy was actually kind of a hero, and, he was right. I mean, he was actually right about almost everything, and CIA Venona decrypts kind of proved him out. Like, almost everybody he accused was actually a communist. I didn't make too many friends. Lord Raptor Jesus says, so this is a croaking and seething stream? Oh, I gotta write that down. Got it. Thank you, yeah. She seems like another neocon warhawk. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy Maros a Simcast. Well, I mean, maybe she is, but Ethan can read. I used to read a lot. I don't have any time anymore. Can't wait for Cyberfrog on Ice, says Snafu. Hell yeah. Rush Limbaugh was the only one that mattered. Miss him a lot. Coulter puts the gift into Grifter, says Well-Read Comics. Well, she can do her grift on my show. I would love that. I'll get there. I want to be so big on YouTube. I don't mean big physically. I'm already getting there. But I mean, I want to be so important on YouTube that I can who would I want on? Definitely, I'd love to talk to Ann Coulter, but I think everybody's going to get to talk to Ann Coulter through Alex Stein. I think Alex Stein is friends with her. Yeah, I'd like to talk to Donald Trump. That would be the ultimate get. I'd like to talk to Martin Scorsese. A Conversation with Martin Scorsese by Ethan Van Sciver. And also the Jersey Shore kids. Trump, Martin Scorsese, and the Jersey Shore cast. There you go. Those are my dream interviews. Aldion says, I think Donald Trump would be a good fit on EBS's show. I agree. I want to know what his life is like. I want to know if he suffers from anxiety, how he deals with all of this. Because I feel like my life has mirrored his in a lot of ways. Not in terms of the fabulous wealth, but in terms of like a pretty good opportunity, and then like just persecution. Ups and downs. Seems like whenever Trump is kind of down, I'm down, and then also the other way around. I'm someone big. I think you should interview me, says Guy from Red Bank. Oh yeah, okay. I wonder what that would be like to just interview somebody, like a normal person, on a live stream. People would say, who is this guy? What did he do? Nothing, he's just a dude. Just a dude we're getting to know. I went, by the way, I went on Kiwi Farms, just to see, like, I haven't been to Kiwi Farms, just to, like, check it out. I can no longer, there are people that are like, yeah, Ethan Van Sciver no longer posts here, so the Comicsgate thread is, like, officially dead. I tried to go on today, and I lost my password. I must have changed my password than the one that's saved, and I can't remember what it is, so I will no longer be going on Kiwi Farms ever again. So I guess that means the Comicsgate thread is officially dead, according to some people. Queen Bee says, is it still a thing? It's kind of still there, yeah. Like, people are sort of using it, but like everybody there is grumbling about how there's nothing going on with Comicsgate. And it was jumping when I was there. Like, I'd show up and I would defend Comicsgate, and then everybody would come after me. And the thread was, I think, fun. But ever since Keffels tried to destroy Kiwi Farms, I backed away from it because I was tired of trying to chase it down. I used to go there like 4 times a day. Like, I really enjoyed Kiwi Farms, but no longer because I can't get on. and because I was never really sure where it was going to be. Got a bunch of weirdos like calling me names all the time. I liked it somehow. I like to go in there and just kind of like stick up for myself and then have them get angry about it, or I don't know, not even get angry. I don't even, how do you describe it? It's just trolls. I think that's kind of why I'm used to trolls in general. I know how they sort of behave. And I think because I'm one too. Yeah, so anyway, no more Kiwi farms. So anybody who goes there, and there are a couple of people that were like, when are you going to come back? I will not be coming back through no fault of my own, really. Or no fault of Kiwi farms. I just can't get on. Sorry about the focus. It's like not really that focused. Maybe if I bring the camera down a little further, I'll have a little more luck. Actually lower the whole arm. It's a little better. This is why I don't like to do this, because I can't get, I worry about the focus. It never looks good on the screen. I can never get it to be like what I see. Come on. It's just nonsense. Oh, pretty good. That's the best we can do. And Coulter already left? Alright. Well, I mean, I caught a little bit of it, and she was, I think she was enjoying the company. So that's good. Hold on a second here. Let me see. Eric is bad mouthing you right now, E. Eric called you a maggot. I call him the same thing, but with a different first letter. Look, guys, I told you I received a threat that if I didn't stop associating with certain people, then he was going to open the floodgates. What do you think just happened? Told you. And that is it. That's the consequences. That's what that little night letter was. I'm stopping people who don't like you from going in on you, and the minute you don't do what I say, I'm not going to stop them no more. And that's where we are now. But all I can do is just sit back and just be like, what is any of this, has any of this really hurt me, dude? It makes you look really bad. Makes you look bad. That's just kind of the way it goes. 709 says, your fingernails look good. Do they? Thank you very much. I did trim them. Relax, make this cover good. Do you think I'm stressing? Yeah. Do I bite my fingernails? No, I actually don't bite my fingernails. It's not a problem. I use fingernail clippers, big ones, right here. Because it feels weird. Honestly, it feels uncomfortable to draw when your nails are overgrown, so I trim them down real tight. But yeah, I told you. I mean, that's what that note was. It was just like, hey, listen, like, get in line. Nice little text message. Stop playing it neutral. Stop playing center of the road. Stop saying that, like, we need to take criticism. You know, stop all this stuff. Or else I'm going to unleash hell on you. And I was like, Jesus, this is a threat, dude. And I sat on it for 2 months. Because of this, you know, it's like I was like, oh God, do I really want this? Do I want, like, you know, Eric July and his friends bad mouthing me? But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I got to be true to me. I can't just be controlled. I can't just kind of be cowed into a corner. Like the idea of you know, accepting criticism and having it be an important thing, and creativity. You know, being creative. Responding to other creative people, having that being kind of the center of what we're doing here is too important. It's just too important. I can't just kind of go, yeah, fuck those guys. What do they know? I can't do that. Not when they're making good points. It's just YouTube. Somebody send me a link of Eric July calling me a maggot, though. I must have it. If anybody saved it. Here's a question. Is it real criticism or is it left-wing asshole trolling? Well, you got to be able to tell the difference, you know. This is what we talk about all the time. And, you know, in my opinion, it was real. In my opinion, it was really, really good criticism. And you know it's good criticism because, you know, he ended up trying to respond to it by debunking it. You know, when somebody says, like, stuff about cyberfrog or anything, like any of my work that, like, doesn't hit the mark, there's almost like no need to respond to it except with a LOL, you know. But you know, when it hurts, it's like, yeah, you have to respond to it and challenge it and try to debunk it rather than just examining it and looking at your work and saying, is there anything here that can help me grow and improve? You don't have to, you don't have to just come out and say, yes, this is correct. You don't have to do that. But, to be so afraid of it, so afraid of not being perfect on your first comic book right out the gate, that you go live immediately and like seethe and cope and everything. I don't know. I think you can. I think it's better just to kind of listen and see what there is to be gleaned from thoughtful criticism. Just accept that, yeah, your haters are going to make a few good points about you every now and then. And, who else would? It's like people who love you really aren't going to try to do that. Every now and then they might say something that's valuable, but your haters, your detractors are going to go in all the time. And oftentimes they're going to be right. I mean, they're never right about me. My detractors are retarded. But, well, they might be right about my work sometimes. It's all growing experience, isn't it? This is important here. EVS, you are not a maggot. You are a larva. Ethan Von Larva. Thank you so much. I would say I'm a pupa. Even more so than that. You're going to witness some crazy stuff go down, my friends. A lot of stuff you guys don't know about this particular situation. There's a lot of panic going on, and for good reason. But we'll be here with a front row seat to watch it all go down. Right here at Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You guys can be my guests. All right, let's see here. Smiley face. Geez, 537 people watching. I thought I'd have maybe 100 for a draw stream like this in the middle of the night. Thank you. Do you have a consolidated collection of cyberfrog For someone who hasn't jumped in yet. I think your best bet is getting Cyberfrog warts and all from my eBay store. That's the 90s stuff. And then after that, get Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Get them both at the same time from my eBay store. And you'll be pretty much caught up until we put Wreck Planet up on eBay. Alright, let me see here. Man, I could care less about drama and infighting. Let's just stand strong against the weirdos. That's what we're doing. At the end of the day, guys, I mean, stories and comics are all that matter. Nothing else matters. You'll see, I mean, you know, our goals, my goal is singularly comics. That's it. That's all I want to do. There's nothing else. You know, so, you know, fortunately, I've been training my whole life for this, and so have my friends in Comicsgate, so have my buddies. So we're going to be here for a while, making comics. We're not going anywhere. There will be people who attempt to do what we do, who see what we're doing, and decide that they can cash in by exploiting an audience. And those people will be here for a little while, but they're not going to stay. And the reason why is because comics are hard. And, you know, even when you have a large audience, and Marvel and DC have very large audiences, it's very difficult to make a living in comics. The more money you make, the more money you're going to spend. And so it's not easy to make a profit in comics. It's not easy to do that. Most of these companies that arise out of nowhere, I think Jeff Johns made a video about these companies. Like, they just assume that, like, they're going to put out a bunch of comics and they're going to start out in the red and eventually find their way into the black, but it doesn't really happen for them. You know, when you're making a lot of money, it's terrific, but when you're spending more money than you're taking in, it's not so terrific. You, you have to do things. You have to do kind of, you know, extracurricular kind of things. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to just keep your budget, you know, where it needs to be. You know, we got whacked on the toys, the action figures, and ended up spending about $200 and change thousand of our own money. So we're like in the red on the action figures, but it was something that I wanted to do so much. You know, I just like I had to do this. This was like something that I don't know if I could just be, look how great he is. I don't know if I could be satisfied in life, like if I didn't get to make these action figures and they came out perfectly. So it was worth it to me, you know. But comics are a different story. Like, we make really good money on the comic books, and I think we'll make good money on the toys eventually. You know, we'll keep selling the toys and stuff with the comics. Keep making more toys. But yeah, I think we overdid it. We had like 4 different kinds of 4 different designs, and they were at least 3 of them were completely original. I'm like looking at like these other guys, the horsemen, whatever they are. Like, they'll do like 8 toys, but they're all like using the same body parts and stuff. Those guys are smart and they look really good. They all look great, but they figured out how to make the most out of their tooling, you know. It all takes practice. It all takes work. You don't know how to do it right away. So, you know, you can make lots of money, but, you know, if you're spending more than you're taking in, if you're trying to grow too quickly without really testing to see, like, you know, how sustainable is this? Like, what can I expect every time I put out a comic book? There might be problems, you know. Geek Getaway. EBS doing art. What did hell freeze over? Not like I said. The title of the stream is "I've Heard You." Okay, yeah, no. A lot of people have been asking me to get back to basics, and do some draw streams, which I'm always hesitant to do, only because I really like the privacy of drawing like by myself. All right, let me zoom out a little bit here. I like to draw in private, but then again, like, oh, that didn't work. Hold on a second. But then again, yeah, people do enjoy watching draw streams a little bit more than I expect them to. So I do hear the messages. I hear people asking for them, and yeah, it's time to do a draw stream. Very old school. All right, let me see here. Let's put a little shadow under his lip. Right about here. I mean, that's so 90s cyberfrog, you know what I mean? It's so 90s. It's like, it makes me believe again. Like psychotic cyberfrog with the grin, that makes me believe again. Like cyberfrog right now in the current series, he's so down. Like he's like I can't wait to pick him up again. That's going to be the big thing in Cyberfrog 3 is getting the arrogance back. Getting the kind of cockiness, and what it is. What do you need to do what needs to be done here? What kind of attitude do you need to develop to be able to take these fuckers out? It's like pure arrogance, cockiness, self-belief. And that's like what that smile represents. It's just mischief. How do you defeat that kind of evil? And you have to do it because it's fun. Like the only way to beat the Vespis is to enjoy beating the Vespis. To make a game of it, to make it something that's amusing to you, to have a laugh. And it's the same thing that we see. I mean, you look at, the internet and how people sort of defeat sacred cows on the internet, and they do it for fun. Like that's how it gets done. It gets done because it's fun for them. It's amusing. So it's great to like draw Cyberfrog just smiling. This is just for a cover, but got that little grin back on his face again, like he's enjoying inflicting pain. That's 90s Cyberfrog. Let me see what's going on here. Melissa Smith says it's fun to get a pad. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Fun to get a pad of paper and compare our sloppy Cyberfrog drawings to yours. A very productive way to waste time. Nice. I'd like to see them myself. We've got a couple of big super chats here. First, the $5 one. Real Captain Jack says, "What's the pie count tonight, Uncle E?" 0. Andrea put a nice piece of chuck roast in a crock pot and cooked it all day for me. And I didn't realize that. I went upstairs after the live stream. She's like, "There's beef for you in the fridge." I was like, "Beef?" And yeah, she like slow cooked a nice like a pot roast for me. I just gobbled it down. It was only like 6 slices, and it wasn't very much, but just amazing. So that's what I ate. I didn't eat any pie. Andrew Rowland, thanks for $20. I thought Isom was meh. Didn't bother buying number 2. So with Alpha Core, I might buy number 1. But I want to wait for some reviews before buying it. I'm hesitant to buy it because I'm tired of every comic story having Superman clones. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I recommend, I'm not somebody who's going to sit there and say, don't buy any comic book. I'm hoping Alpha Core tomorrow does big business. Again, despite any conflicts that are going on right now, Eric July's success, Rippaverse's success definitely trickles down to Comicsgate. So, we're definitely supportive of people who want to, especially if they're going to read the comics, buying those comics. Like if you're ready to read them and enjoy them, I wouldn't recommend like investing in them, but like buying them to read or to collect, yeah, go do it. We're doing something with Comicsgate Arena where it is like these comics are going to be for reading, but also we're gonna be careful to make sure that they're worth your investment. A book like Black Riding Hood, for what it is, I mean, this was just a 10-page short story that John Malin did that you guys wanted released both in color and then it's a really pretty book, black and white in the back, so you could just enjoy John Malin's artwork, right? Like this kind of a book was so limited in numbers. Like we just offered it for about 2 weeks, and then how many are going to sell? That's how many we're going to print. I'm going to print an extra 100 for John Malin so he can make a little extra money on it. And after that, we're done. So, a book from like Comicsgate Arena, we're going to be careful to limit the numbers, in the print run, so that if like you're somebody who collects comics as an investment for resale value, we want to cover you. We want to cover your bases there. So as anybody who has Black Riding Hood, as was already shown on that comic book show that we were reviewing yesterday, Hot 10 Comics of the Week, Black Riding Hood is #1 right now. We pushed that book to #1. How? Well, we made it so limited and then created such a crazy, chaotic demand for it. And I mean, I told everybody at the time, I said, make sure that like, you buy this book because you're only going to have a little bit of time to buy it. And a lot of people did. Some people maybe didn't hear about it. The people who were on it and who bought the book and got us to our print run, those people are making a big profit reselling their extra copies on eBay right now. And I think that's good, we want to support investors in comics as well as readers. We want both. We want everybody to be buying our stuff. Oh, is Anna in here? Let me see. I can't believe you treat EVS with such disregard. Yeah, like, where is Anna? Hold on a second. Just mention it. Oh, Anna, you are so lucky. You realize you were streaming with like Ann Coulter. That's like the greatest thing ever. Oh, there we go. Ethan was more jealous that you were on a stream with Ann Coulter and perturbed that you don't do politics and now you don't know who she is. Yeah, like Anna, she's like, I really love Ann Coulter. That was an amazing thing. I see. I'm excited for my Black Riding Hood to come in. Been staring at the John Malin Cyberfrog art book for 2 days straight. Did you say anything to her like to Ann Coulter? Internet guy says buy it for resale, quote unquote, and then why aren't people reading, quote unquote? Yeah, you can do both though. You want to buy one copy to read, right? If you only buy one copy, read it. But also, maybe if you can afford it, buy 2 copies and make a little money by selling it to somebody else. Patrick T says Anna was asking if you're mad at her. Anna, not at all. Jealous of you. I said hi to you when you were on that stream with Ann Coulter. Like, honestly, I'm a big fan of hers. So seeing you on that stream, I was like, what? That was like seeing you on a stream with like Paul McCartney and you not knowing who Paul McCartney was. To me, like, I mean, not that big, not like a Beatle, but somebody that I really like admire and have admired for like a couple decades, and you're just hanging out with them. You're very lucky. So I was jealous. Every now and then when I need something to listen to, I'll find. Ann Coulter does like radio appearances every day where she'll come in and I think on the Buck Henry show, and she'll just sort of sum up on whatever the day's news is, and I'll just listen to those while I'm drawing. Coulter crisis. Speaking of Paul, is that new Beatles song any good? Your mileage will vary. Like, is it good? It's good because um it's good because they finished it. You know what I mean? Like, and thank goodness that they did. Um, because it was just sitting there, and like if they never finished it, like, and they died before finishing that third John Lennon song, I think that would be a big kind of missed opportunity. I think people would be upset about that forever and ever. Is it a great song? I really like "Free as a Bird." I really like "Real Love." Those are the other two songs. This song was left behind because George Harrison didn't like it. He said it isn't a very good song, and the recording isn't very good. So let's not do this third one, right? But of course, they were able to fix the problems with the sound. So now the only question is it a particularly good song? If you are a Beatles fan or a big John Lennon fan, you're going to like it a lot. If you're just a regular person who kind of likes the Beatles, you might be bored by it. You might go, this is kind of a slow and depressing song, which it is, you know. I was happy to get it. But, you know, still, like, I'm not going to listen to it very much. I just wanted to hear it. You know, now that I've heard it, it's like, I'm kind of done with it. Whereas, again, like, I will put on "Free as a Bird." I think "Free as a Bird" is like a superior Beatles song. It really is beautiful. Because they still had their voices. George Harrison was alive. Everybody was participating. It really does sound like Abbey Road Beatles. So I like it a lot. And "Real Love" too. I might like "Real Love" even more than "Free as a Bird." So, I mean, what do you do? I mean, you know, there's no way. See, this is how I felt about, like, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like, was that a good movie? Like, you know, like, but I'm such an Indiana Jones fan that I was grateful for it. I can't say that I felt the same way about Indiana Jones 5 because I didn't even bother watching it. But I was like, I went to go see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and even though it was like an inferior kind of Indiana Jones project, I was just happy for it anyway. And I was surprised that everybody was so cruel, like vicious about it. I was like, how can you not just say thank you? How can you not just say thank you for this weird Indiana Jones movie? By the time Indiana Jones 5 came around, I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to go see that. But, like, in general, I'd rather my favorite creators make more things, even if they're not that good. Like, I'm never the guy who goes, no, it's time to hang it up and retire. I'm like, no, keep going. Keep going till you drop dead. You know, I still go see Frankie Valli every time he comes to Atlantic City. I've seen Frankie Valli like 8 or 9 times. I'll continue to go. He's like 80-something years old, but, you know, it's not like he's doing his best shows, but I'm still going to go. And Andrea goes, why? And I'm like, because the time is going to come when I can't go because he's not going to be here anymore. That's why. The time is going to come when I'm going to go, wow, I wish I could go see Frankie Valli, but I can't because he's dead. I got to go. Even if it's tiresome. I always like hope that Frankie's going to just mix in another song. And if he would just do, can you imagine if, like, I went to see Frankie Valli and he did "The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore." And it's not on his set list. I don't know why he doesn't do that song. Oh, if only he would sing that song for me, for my birthday. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Ethan passed on Nirvana and now he has to go to every concert just to be safe. Yeah, that haunts me too. I miss Nirvana in Philadelphia. I just said, nah, go catch him next time. And that was it. Like, that was the last concert in Philly. Hmm. Hmm. When Paul McCartney and Ringo die, are all the radio stations going to play all together now, over and over again? Or is that like in bad taste? I heard that song the other day and I was just like, oh man, they're going to play this when Paul and Ringo die. All together now. Because they will be. Finally, a Beatles reunion. Can we get Baby Salamandroid on the tees? Baby Salamandroid, that's interesting. Sorry, Ethan, I had to do a 5 refund because my super chat didn't go through. Did you hear Alex Stein went off on a prog star when he was on a porn star? You mean when he was on Simcast? What? I don't know what that means. What happened? William Wellborn, I'm still patiently waiting on my action figures, UBS. I'll get them to you. I will get them to you. I'm going to be shipping a bunch more tomorrow. Yeah. Which issue are you reprinting with this cover? Blood Honey or Wreck Planet? I'm not sure yet. I mean, it could just be the Diary of Heather Swain, you know. I don't think it really matters. There's so many... we got this new couple of covers for Blood Honey coming in. We got the Trump cover. And then we've got the new Team Up Chromium cover. I don't know if I want to do any more. But I'm going to be I'm going to be making a new edition of the Diary of Heather Swain with a new cover that looks pretty kick-ass. Do you want to see it? You want to see the new... I'll show you how it looks so far if you want. And then like the original cover but recolored by Kyle Ritter. One second here. Yes. You can't say porn on Super Chats. That's weird. Why not? So here's the new cover for the Diary of Heather Swain. She's writing in her diary and just surrounded by the villains that she knows from her past. And then, of course, cyberfrog and salamandroid are up here. But she's kind of in a bed. She's lying on a mattress. So I'll finish up. And I might even like have Eric get in there and write, you know, the text that's in the book a little bit. In her diary. So this is the new cover for 1998. It's just so much better, I think, for a cover for a book called The Diary of Heather Swain. She's got her kicks on. Salamandroid's claws up here. I've had this on my desk, working on it a little bit all the time in between Rainbow the Brute stuff, which I'd love to show you. Okay. There you go. So there's that. And as soon as I get that done, that'll be up. So, you know, it's like, since I'm going to go to print with that anyway, I mean, it seems like maybe I might as well, you know, do another variant, like just make this one of the variants since all those interiors. And the interiors have been kind of, fix the eye. Fix what eye? This eye? Heather's eye? Hold on a second. Heather's eye needs to be fixed. Where? Which one? Um. Okay. Oh, is the music still going? I can't hear it. Let me turn it off. Let's get that off. Cecil finished his variant cover today. That's good news. Oh, you think she has a walleye? She doesn't have a walleye. Her left eye looks kind of weird. I'm no artist though. Okay, hold on. We can zoom in on it, I think. Camera control zoom. It's so blurry. I can't stand how like the camera doesn't come into sharp focus like I wanted to. I can fuck with the focus, but it doesn't make it any better. Apply, okay. I mean, let me see. Settings, camera. Can I make it better than that? Oh, wait. All right, a little bit better. Okay, left eye looks kind of weird. So this one right here looks weird. Yeah, it's like, it's a rough angle to do, but I think it's right. I do think it's right. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks right to me. Like sometimes I can see like people's criticism, but you know, I think I got it. In that case. No, her right eye. Right eye. Okay, hold on a second. Why are we doing this? This eye looks weird. This eye looks great. I disagree. I think it looks great. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes I agree. Sometimes I can see people's criticism. Other times, I'm just so damn sure of myself. All right. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, we'll color it up, and if it's still a problem, if you guys think it's a problem, we'll go in and fix it. You're the ones I'm trying to sell it to. But let's let Kyle take a stab at it. See what happens. Kyle is a maestro, I think, in my opinion. I hope tomorrow to have a new page from Kyle. Every time I get colors from him, it makes my entire week. And also, David Williams might have a page for me soon, I hope. Let's get fearsome out there. Is Kyle Ritter still around? I mean, I talked to him. I wrote him a note on Friday. I said, "Hey, man, Kyle's like he's okay. Like he's, you know." I'm like, "Hey, when am I going to get another page?" And he's like, "Oh, maybe like this week." He used to turn in pages a lot quicker. His stuff is really meticulous and stuff, but I really feel like he's distracted. Unless he's working on something else that I don't know about, like maybe with John Malin, which is definitely a possibility. I hope it is true. I hope he is working on something else. But I don't understand what it could be because I'm sure nobody pays him what I pay him. I am positive that nobody pays him what I pay him. So I don't know what it would be that he would be working on when he should be working on my stuff. I missed tonight's stream. 5.5 hours. Can someone give me a sentence synopsis? Oh boy. Kyle needs a living wage. Says, how's your father? Well, I mean, a good way to get a living wage for Kyle would be to work on Starblades 2 in between coloring my stuff. Here we go. I'm Av for $10. Was watching your just watching your AZFAP stream. Convinced me to back your latest campaign. Previously bought an action figure. Now we'll be reading the story as well. Thanks for all you do. Wow, thank you. See, me bitching and moaning actually sells comics. Good job, EBS, for spreading hate. I wasn't spreading any hate at all. None. I didn't do anything wrong. I never do. Somebody gave me a list of people who I've estranged from my life, who I used to share a YouTube channel with, or I used to be on YouTube with. And I was like, yeah, I hate all those people. Every single one of them. It's like a list of like War Campaign and like Doug Tenaple and like Tim Lim. I'm like, all of those people. If they're drowning, I toss them a cinder block. Every single one of them, no regrets. There's no one who I've ever kicked out of my life or my workspace that I've looked back on and went, man, I wish I could get them back. Like, have you ever thought, Ethan, maybe it's you? It's like, yeah, it is me. It's definitely me. Like, I don't know what it is, but like I allow like really awful people to get close to me and use me, and then sort of use this audience, and then do everything they can do to tear us down. I really don't. I don't know what that is, but I mean, if you look at the list of people who used to be here and who are no longer here, every single one of them is a piece of shit. Every single one of them. I just like feel bad for people. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, these are the choices of people that you have when, it's like you're trying to sell like comics, indie comics. It's like there are some real genuine people who want to do that, and then some grifters come along. They kind of come your way, and I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to like distinguish or like recognize them right away. It takes time. Never takes time for Cecil. Cecil always knows. Let me see here. Here's another $10 super chat. Gordo86 says, I love your art and your stance on criticism of art. Hail CG. Thank you, Gordo86. Appreciate that. Oh, Captain Chokeout's here. Morning, all. What's going on? How are you, Ethan? Pretty good, actually. Had a nice day today. Chat sniffs him out. Yeah, you guys know. And it's just like, then it's like, well, why? What's wrong with Ethan that he can't keep friends around here? Everybody's crazy. I like, you guys know. You're the ones who tell me, like, you're like, what, just, and I don't know. I'm not paying attention. I'm doing this, and I'm like, my job is to spread the good word of fucking Comicsgate all over the world. You're like, you're surrounded by grifters. Shit. Trust me, I am introspective enough to have considered all of these things. Yes, it is me in some way. I do sincerely just want to help people make comics if they want to make comics. If that's what they want to do, that seems like something they should be allowed to do. But not everybody is like me. Not everybody feels the same way. The worst part is that, right, the worst part is people that ask you to make up and then you vomit. Yeah, I know. Can't you just like fix things? Well, it's because it makes people uncomfortable. Like, that there's people just want to have pleasant feelings. It is nice when everybody's getting along. But like, look, every now and then a purge must happen. every year or so there's a purge that must happen. And all you can do is just kind of get through it. But it would be far worse to not purge these people. Usually that's self-inflicted. Usually they choose to go. But as I said, my reasons are always because, look, I got to keep going in this direction. Like, you're dragging me in a different direction. I got to keep going this way. And this is what I think is best for the long-term health and strength of Comicsgate. And guess what? Comicsgate is still here. Comicsgate is still here after 6 years. It was just like an internet movement. Gamergate is long since in the rearview mirror. It's gone. Comicsgate is still a thing. Still happening. It's still a nice, happy group of folks who are enjoying each other's company, making comics, selling comics, doing live streams. Still here. So we must be doing something right. Beyond Wednesday says, thanks again for talking about the Hot 10 show. Appreciate you and John being cool. Oh, it's you again. Looking forward to talking to you guys more about Black Riding Hood. Yeah, we got to get on your show, dude. We were watching you guys be stunned about John. We got passionate about it last night a little bit, like talking about, Black Riding Hood. Like John Malin made a point. He's just like, you know what? Like, if he's like, I'll bet you if somebody read Black Riding Hood and didn't know that I was white, they would love the book. They'd be talking about how great the book was, how well written it was, how real it was, how grounded. It's only because I'm white that the book is facing problems. And I was like, I gotta admit, you're making a good point. So let me see here. Internet guy says, were Rini and Narwhal purged or just busy? I love both of them. And, Narwhal is here. Narwhal's not a problem at all. Narwhal comes in whenever he wants. But again, Narwhal does his own thing. But I think Narwhal knows I love him. I think Rini knows I love her too. I do worry that Rini kind of got caught up in the, party time scene. But I don't really care. Rini's too valuable. She can do whatever she wants. I hope she sticks around. Yeah, I love Rini. I hope she knows that too. Is Narwhal in here right now? Yeah, I mean, both of them are really precious to me. What's that? What is this? Hold on a second. Rini is a Dungeoneer. We just need to accept it. Listen, I don't think so, because she came into Comicsgate Kings. Here we have Captain Choga. Beyond Wednesday, what's your POC mate's issue? Oh, Captain Chokeout heard that whole thing. Yo, Beyond Wednesday didn't do anything wrong. He was the guy kind of standing up for the book, et cetera, et cetera. And so Captain Chokeout, be cool to that guy. Nayobi's here. Since when is Larry saying "I love you" to me? It's crazy. Thanks, Larry. Yeah, Narwhal is great. Is Narwhal in the room right now? Like, what's Narwhal doing? How's his book going? Joshua Lamb's in here, the great Joshua Lamb. Terrific artist, terrific designer. The guy who is designing all of the magnetic boxes, that's Joshua Lamb. Anybody who wants design work done and likes the way the honeycomb boxes look, the blood honey box actually he did, and he's doing the red X box. Look up Joshua Lamb. He's for hire, And he's a pro. He does real industry work, design work, right? Mad Ruth is here, another great. I love Mad Ruth. We got Phil here. Hello, Phil. Yeah, a lot of good people here. Chris Archella's here tonight. I don't see Narwhal in the chat. Yeah, the thing about Narwhal is that, again, he's having a good time on his own channel. A lot of these guys, a lot of comic skaters who were regulars here have built up their own channels and they have their own identities. And again, it's like, it's nice to have them in here because I really enjoy their company. But when they're in here, they're not making any money unless I help sell their comics, when they're on their own streams, they might get like really nice super chats. So once people kind of get monetized, you start to see them around here less. It's not that I don't see them in the Comicsgate green room every day, but like I'm not going to see them on my channel. They're going to be on their own channels, actually making a little extra money, as they should do. Right? Laser Pants says refunds, really? Who's refunding who? Who got refunded? Um, Norman Rad 2 Turbo. Thanks for playing my video the other night. Got some new subs from it. Oh, good. Uh, PTP giving refunds on Zero. Don't do that. Please don't ask for refunds. Not from me and not from anybody. You know, commit. If you back a comic book, please commit to it. So we know that we have this much money to spend to make the books. You know, just commit to it. And if you don't want the book anymore, then sell it. Somebody will want it. Shifty says, I don't think I've seen Fraga on your channel in over a year. He was here a month ago on Comicsgate Kings. He tells me that if I want him on the show, I have to let him know and like what time it's going to be on and send him the link directly, which is a little bit of it's like a lot of trouble. I mean, I love Dan, but like maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get him on the show. How's your father says refund my chicken fry box? Should I make chicken fry boxes? Hmm. I could actually make them now if I want to. I couldn't make them for Wreck Planet. It just wasn't going to work. This pen is gay. Let me get a better one. Ah. I still have Black Flags for 709. I know, but like I understand it's coming along. These things do take time. Dan will get it done. Dan's one of these guys who's been a comic book artist since he was a kid. Like it's in his blood. And an opportunity to do a new Black Flag is a big deal. I do wish he'd get it done though, because I would like a second Black Flag. And the idea was to do a series, but these are just these books. There's so much competition, and you really do want to make them good. It is it's a challenge to get stuff done. Rainbow the Brute is going to be kick ass. That's my current obsession. What is this here? Lol, I do love you. I just want the Billy Tucci pass. What's the Billy Tucci pass? Oh, to do a Kickstarter. Look, man, that's between you and your fans. Like, I don't care if people go to Kickstarter. I'm just not going to go to Kickstarter, But yeah, like I think, like there are people who like really want a special dispensation from us, and like you're investing like way too much power in us, and you shouldn't. I mean, you simultaneously say that you guys are not Comicsgate kings, and you have big egos, and yet it's like you're waiting for us to approve of you getting to use Kickstarter. Who cares what we say? Go use Kickstarter. Not everybody's gonna agree. John Malin really has, like, a sore spot about Kickstarter. He's never gonna let it go. I more or less will let it go, but I'm never going to use it because they did it again. They blacklisted another couple of comics. So 709 says, Ethan, I like you when you're boring. Am I boring? I must be boring right now. Yeah, like don't ask John for his permission to do that. Just do it anyway, and then act like it's no big deal. I mean, honestly, my advice is just be friendly around here. Uh, here's my advice about Kickstarter. Go use Kickstarter and then do it without a guilty conscience, and then hold your head high and say you're a comic skater. If you use Kickstarter and that's one thing, but you use Kickstarter and then you go grumbling around like you're PTP and start talking shit and getting people like trying to build some kind of insurrection over it. Yeah, like you're gonna have problems around here. Nobody wants to deal with that. But I mean, if you're just like, you know what, I love you guys, but I'm gonna go and use Kickstarter because I think there are two audiences. I think I'm gonna make more money. You're gonna do fine, but like don't expect other people to agree with you. But also don't you should never expect to be kicked out of here or, kind of treated differently because of the choices you're making. If you're Comicsgate, you're Comicsgate. Wear that label proud, you know? Does that make any sense? I mean, the thing about PTP is that like he was going around like he was trying to foment some kind of fucking insurrection and he was saying stuff that I was like, Patrick, I can't forgive this stuff. Like, you're on one hand, you're like cozying up to me and telling me how much you want to be my friend and how much you want to be a part of all this. And on the other hand, you're telling people that like Comicsgate can never be what it was because I own the trademark. What like you understand that's like a knife right in my heart. There's nothing I can do about that. When it comes to the trademark, you're putting me in a position where there's nothing I can do about that. And then you're making something my fault and you're turning people against me over something that I'm genuinely doing out of the goodness of my heart and to protect Comicsgate. And we're spending a lot of money to protect it. So it's like, to me, that was unforgivable. I can't forgive that because it's like, you're backing me into a corner. You're making people hate me and like distrust me, and you know better. It'd be one thing if like you didn't know better, but you do know better. You know what it costs me to do this. You know why I have to do this. Everybody knows why I have to do this. Why are you making it into this thing where now I have to answer for it or apologize for it? People should say thank you for doing that. It's like so I mean that's the thing with that. So my thing is this, like, and his problem again was also, wanting to use Kickstarter. And my thing is go do it. I mean, go be successful, go use Kickstarter, and then come back here and hold your head high and be a good member of Comicsgate who disagrees about something. You know what I mean? Don't be grumbly about it. Don't get other people angry and everything. Everybody should kind of try to stay positive and supportive of each other. And you'll see it's going to happen. It's just not going to be that big of a deal. Nobody's going to isolate you over it. People isolate. What really happens is the customers suss this out. Like Comicsgate is really just the people in the chat. And when they see people kind of going, you took our money as a Comicsgater and now you're denouncing Comicsgate, you're gonna get you're gonna get told fuck you real fast around here. People really don't like that. Christopher says EVS kicked me out because I don't like the Phillies. Yes, that is a capital offense. That's one thing that's gonna get you in trouble. But I'm telling you, man, just be a member of the community, make friends. And let me see. Love how Cyber's arm is looking. Awesome shading. Oh, thanks. Let me see. 2D Memory says, I requested a refund but changed my mind. Message Cyberfrog help with my order numbers and if they were still on the way, but I haven't heard anything yet. 2D Memory, like we're overwhelmed with people going, where is my order? Where is my order? And we could just like write to everybody and say it's on the way eventually. We don't know. We're fulfilling in a certain order. We get like 200 packages out maybe a day, and that's it. So we hope like we'll get your package, but you haven't been forgotten. The minute your package goes out, you're going to get an email with tracking, and if you get that email with tracking and then your package like gets lost, that's when you should contact us. But until then, we're really like going as fast as we can. I promise you. All these packages have to be individually bagged and boarded, signed, put bagged and boarded. Yes, signed, put together, and then a shipping label printed out and then taken to the post office. It does take time. These are all individual orders, but we will get to. I promise you, and you'll be happy about it. Literature Devil says Narwhal is a fantastic talent. I have no trouble recommending him with total confidence. Urashima Taru says, doesn't PTP have to refund because Zoro C&D him? Oh, I don't know, but I don't know about that. That might be true. Yeah, did they make him refund his whole campaign? That sucks, man. I would just change the name of the book. I would just call it Zero. The chat knows why you had to trademark Comicsgate. We commend you for it. Thanks, Gordo86. Please understand, like, there's no, like, zero, like, no harm intended at all. And, of course, everybody can use the word Comicsgate. The only thing that has to happen is if you want to use it to make money, just run it by me real quick and let me give you permission. I have to protect the trademark. We're all getting a lesson in trademark, right? Like trademark law right now because of Ripaverse and ISOM. I'm obliged. I'm obligated to protect the trademark. So just come to me and say, I want to make a patch, a Comicsgate patch, and sell it. I'll look at you and I'm like, yeah, you're Comicsgate. Go ahead, do it. I have to just check and make sure there have to be like a standard. So I have to go, are you Comicsgate? You're Comicsgate. Cool, do it. Simple as that. I don't see Billy saying he's Comicsgate. That's the CGCH pass I referred to. I want that. Billy says he's Comicsgate all the time. He's on Comicsgate Kings. Naomi went. He's actually appearing with us on a show called Comicsgate Kings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't get more Comicsgate than that. People say, "Oh, you're on a show called Comicsgate Kings. Are you Comicsgate?" Yeah, of course. Just give you a 20 spot and you're all good. You can give me a sample of what it is that you make. I'll take one of those. I got a patch coming to me, and um, somebody else was selling etched whiskey glasses with the Comicsgate logo. Somebody sent me one of those. Yeah, that's nice. I'll take comps. I will not turn down Comicsgate themed comps. Appreciate it. But yeah, there shouldn't be a problem. I don't think there would be. Um, Tucci is beyond titles. Yeah, no, he's with us, and I mean the thing is, like, you can't just hang out with Comicsgate as much as Billy does, and then have plausible deniability. Like, it's pretty clear where his, uh, you know, loyalties lie. And they'll be, why don't you want to say you're Comicsgate? Like, why not? A lot of cool stuff comes with being Comicsgate. I know, like, there might be some people out there that bust your balls over it, but so what? Critical Blast, did you send me a patch? Because I got a message that you sent me something, so I assume that's what it was. That's very kind of you. Thank you. It was for Critical Blast. Thank you for sending a little gift to Ava. Um, Shout out to Ryan Palmer, who is currently trying to work his way back into Comicsgate. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Ryan used to be in War Campaign. It's like he's renounced War Campaign, whatever. They kicked him out, he says, and he's been trying really, really hard to kind of get back here. But hey, guess what? I have trust issues. It's like I don't know if I can let him on a stream or anything like that. The way things go, but I'm trying, man. That's so fucking gay. I'm trying, dude. But his book looks good though, so that's the whole thing. That's what it comes down to. The comic book looks really good. Still not crazy about the name of the book, but you can't deny the results. How's your father? Says, is War Campaign still accepting members? Shut up, how's your father? I don't think they are, actually. I think they're pretty walled off. Ethan has been hurt before. He's very fragile. Yeah, I know. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the cheap ass getting double timed. For like a few bucks funding a comic book. It's ridiculous. Tatsu Sama says, "Greetings, Uncle A. Hello. Thank you for being a member for 49 months." I'm losing my voice because I talked a lot today. Let me see here. I've heard Ethan sounding this gay since he went market shopping at Michael's. Ethan is sick of being double timed. Yeah, it sucks, man. Probably also losing your mind from 7 hours of Babyface. I didn't even get to finish that stream, man. It was too much. That's a whole other world there. That's a world of, these are my friends. These are my friends. And I love them. And they stand by me. I don't care, man. I don't care about any of that. Shit. These are my friends. It's like fucking elementary school, like Mean Girls lunch table shit. Lethal Diva says he was bad mouthing you on his gaming stream. Well, I mean, I was bad mouthing him on my stream too. Feels good. I like it. Feels good to let loose on Az. Oh, there's some others too, but just stay out of my path. I'm telling you guys, don't do it. It's not worth it. Captain Chogout says, Az is a soaking wet sideman. My friends. Yeah, I know. They stood by me and it's like, you know what? Like, nobody would have to stand by you if you weren't such a retard. I mean, that the whole my pronouns thing was so embarrassing. And all right, yeah, technically, and it's like everybody had to kind of make videos going, technically he's right. Kind of sucks that, everything, everywhere you turn, there's this fucking gender ideology and blah, blah, blah. But it's like the way that you do it so that everybody's laughing at us. It's awful. Like, calm down, man. Can you do it with some class and some dignity? A little bit, little class. What would Medicare have done? WWMD, WWMHD. How would Medicare have approached that? Probably not with like spittle flecks flying out of his mouth. Did Jim die? I don't know. More intellect, less rage. Yes. Yeah, don't get so angry about this stuff. At least don't show it. Hmm. Most of them are dudes. Most of them dudes are young and no experience in leadership. Egos are fragile. Just keep it on the good foot, E, says Norman. I will. Wait, I'm confused. What all is in the Blood Honey Rat Collected Edition? Says Sleeping Psychopathy. Well, it's going to contain everything leading up to. It's okay. So it's going to contain Blood Honey, 1998, The Diary of Heather Swain, Wreck Planet, Salamandroid Death Sting, Heartsicar, Deleted Scenes. It's going to contain all of those books in one. It's not going to have Dark Harvest in it, but it's going to be a big, thick, cheap phone book. It's not going to be like hardcover, or there's not going to be too much razzmatazz. It's going to be a quick catch me upper kind of book for people who back Red Extermination. So you can get that, and it's not in print yet. It doesn't exist yet. So if you want to read it now, you can read Blood Honey. Get the $15 book that is on our eBay store. I'm going to do a new cover for the Blood Honey Wrecked Collected Edition. Make it really nice. Medicare stopped streaming due to his cancer, correct? Yeah, I believe so, but he did stream like a couple of times fairly recently. He sounded pretty good. Yeah, I like it when he does the "I'm really dying this time" Griff stream. He did it like a month ago. I listened in. Big fan of Medicare. I think he really taught people how to live stream and how to approach the culture war with class and humor. You know, I don't know what we'd do with if he didn't exist. Consider tapping thumbs up for Andrea. E isn't as important. Yeah, that's true. Will it be in color? Yeah, yeah. The collected edition will be in color. Like I said, it's going to be a big, thick phone book, like cheap paper and everything. It's going to be like the. I'm picturing it the way DC Comics would put out those thick, kind of paperback collected editions. Like that's what I'm picturing in my head. But so when it comes down to choosing the printer and everything, some options are going to get thrown my way, and I'll see what I can afford. I hope to like raise another couple $100,000 on this campaign, at least, and that'll be nice. I mean, you'll have some more options about what kind of paper and all that stuff for all these books. I'm gonna put out these other covers. Let me see here. Hmm. So like the Watchmen trade, is that what it's like? I'm in the Watchmen trade. Hmm. Why the blue line first, then ink when using a circle guide? I don't know. No real reason. Just to make sure it's the right size. Okay, let me see. Um, any chance of a second printing of the Unforgettable collection? Maybe a soft cover. And the hard covers are really, really, really nice. Do I have one here? Yeah, I do. I have one copy. They're all in the warehouse, but I brought one home. This is the hardcover edition of Unforgettable Tales. As you can see, nice book here. And you've got these three books all together. I hope you guys ordered one of these. They're really, really nice. All my old artwork in here makes up the entire book. Just wonderful. So it's even got in the back, it's got all the puzzles, but in the back it's got the unprinted. So this would have been Holy Heroes' next book. I only got 4 pages into it, and they're presented here in black and white for the first time, which is pretty cool. Look at Cyberfrog there. That's so McFarlane. So yeah, like this will be a nice book to put on your shelf if you order it. There's the first like Heather Swain. Heather used to have short hair. Look at her. This is actually the first appearance of Heather Swain, but it was never published until now. Like this issue sat in a drawer and didn't get published because I was going over to Harris Comics. Oh my God, Ben. Yeah, that's awesome. That is fucking awesome. All right, so Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales for your shelf. Pretty cool. Let me see here. Any thoughts on ever doing a Cyberpunk animated movie down the line? I could do something like what Rip is doing, maybe like shorts. I don't know. An animated movie. Yeah, I would like to do all this stuff, but do I want to do it myself, or am I just going to hold out and wait until like I can option it for a movie? I don't know. I'm not sure. Status of action figure fulfillment. Should I look? Electric Blue is. Gotta wait for it to come up here. Let me do first wave as well. And just see. We're doing pretty good on them. I was shipping out double complete sets. I know I was doing that. Those are huge. By the way, we are getting complaints from UPS now. Not the UPS store, but the UPS drivers that come to pick up our orders. They're like getting angry at how big the boxes are. Like we fill up the entire UPS store with crates. And of course we do. Our stuff is so big. But like they send trucks over to kind of pick up what's at the why is this not loading? We send they send trucks over to pick up what we oh here we go. That the stuff that we pick up and it's just a lot. They fill up like 2 trucks worth of stuff. Because lately our crates with honeycomb boxes and everything are getting bigger and bigger. Something's up with my computer. It's slow. All right, here we go. First wave. 3,091 orders are fulfilled with 641 orders to go. So that's pretty good. Electric Blue, 640 fulfilled with 471 to go. So it looks like we got about 1,000 packages. 1,000 packages more to go. What happened to Harris Comics? They went out of business. They folded. They were a part of Harris Publishing. That was publishing a lot of just various like workout magazines and cooking magazines. They just went out of business. That's what happens. I can't wait to see if we get a Hollywood Cyberpunk trailer and Heather's in a wheelchair. Oh boy, yeah, something weird. Maybe I better make my own animated thing. Let me see. UPS turned on my wallet. I had to pay Canada Post for additional shipping fees. I feel Ethan shipping pains. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And people are just like, "Hey, how come like it's $60 to ship a?" They think like it's funny. It's like Andrea looked at like what I'm charging for shipping, and I'm charging $100 to ship a Red Extermination box out of the United States, and people are like, "That's crazy." And Andrea's like, "It's still not enough." Like, shipping one of these boxes, a honeycomb box to Canada, um, what is it to Canada? I can't remember, but I know England is $141 and Australia is $151. So it's, like, still not enough, like, $100 seems like way too much to charge for shipping, and we're still gonna get soaked on it, but I can't bear to charge people what it actually costs. I got close, $100 is good, so we'll eat $50 or so of the shipping, but it really is, like, just, absolutely ridiculous what it costs to ship anything out of the country now. It's like people think we're making a profit off of the shipping. Dude, we are not. We're losing money on the shipping. But it's a tale as old as time. It's our tale of woe. Like everybody complains about shipping and crowdfunding. So I don't want to be a cliche, but it is expensive and it's not fair. It's just not right. And the other choice is to just say, you know what, we're not shipping internationally, but and Andrea says maybe we should just don't ship. No, we have to. Like we have to. We have to make it possible. It's not fair that they have to pay that much, but it would be even less fair if we just said no, we're not going to do it at all. Like if they can afford it, we got to make it possible for them to choose to continue to support Cyberfrog. Uh, yeah. I charge close to what it costs. Brains taste awful. I can't. I'll maybe next time I'll charge what it actually does cost. But lately, like I've been using the stamps machine to print things out at my desk. I want to help out and get books out quicker, get packages out quicker. So now I'm fully aware. Andrew was like, now you actually do know what things cost to ship, and I'm like, yep. And I see it like whittling down. I see our shipping money that we save up for each campaign just whittled down real fast as we go. We've still got like I think 400 or 500 more packages to ship out for no 600 packages to ship out for Wreck Planet, the first Wreck Planet campaign. And it's like, yeah, that is going to eat up entirely. We might end up having to spend some of our own money to finish shipping on the first Wreck Planet campaign. Absolutely crazy. We just weren't prepared for it. But luckily, we made a lot of money on that campaign. It was a good campaign. We'll make it up. We'll do a reprint or a third. Here's another Wreck Planet book, so we can get some of our money back. Another variant cover. It is scary. You got to be careful when you're doing these crowd funds. I'm telling you, like there's never like the more money you make, the more money it costs. The more money everything is, everything ends up scaling out, and you can easily go broke doing this. You can spend $1 million real fast in this business, really fast. You have to kind of go take it easy. The Hot Wheels cars that I'm doing, I think, are a pretty reasonable freebie product. I think it's I got the costs down to where I want them to be, and they're still really nice. Um, yeah, more money, more problems. Uh, U.S. foreigners are all us foreigners aren't all sand people. The Syringus fungus. No, of course not. Hmm. Bacon's is loaded apparently, says Madison Vectory. You mean drunk or rich? Uh, yeah, yeah, he's got a cool job. I like Biggins. I don't know why he kind of turned heel on me. I just, I guess people don't like the way I do things. But again, like we're still here, guys. Comicsgate's still here. Like I got to be doing something right. And we'll never let it go. We really love Comicsgate. Really care about it. And I'm never going to quit. The Comicsgate will exist as long as I say it exists, and I'm never going to quit. I will always be inviting people to be a part of it. I'll always help support indie creators make comic books. It's something I plan to do into my old age, like Mr. fucking Rogers. I'm gonna be like the Fred Rogers of indie comics. And doing the reflections on Cyberfrog's shoulders is really fun. One of the most fun things of this, because again, what you can do is, of course, you've got to show the body reflection, of everything around him, but then past that, you can show what's in the foreground. Which I'm going to go take another look at what John has laid out here, and I'm going to try to draw what I think is in front of what John drew. The scenery there, nice and subtle, but it's got to be there. It's just going to make it that much more realistic. Mavru says back Soltak on Fund My Comic, $243 away from $8,000 and unlocking 2 trading cards for every backer, $30 for all 4 issues. What's up, Mad Ruth? Good to see you. Mad Ruth, a very brave comic skater. Someone who dealt with cancel culture. I really admire that. Dealt with it with class. Um, hmm. All right, so let me see. Let me take a look real quick at John's cover. It's hard to see like what. I'll share it with you again so you guys can see as well what I'm looking at. John Malin, great, terrific. Hard to see like what might be in the foreground except for a pile of Vespis and then a pile of these bodies. So like that would be like up in here. But then what's beyond it? Like where are they fighting? Maybe they're fighting in one of Shane Davis's like busted out like cities from Inglorious Rex. So I can do that in here. I mean that would be easy enough to do. All right, let me see. Let me see what I can do with this. Mm. Shane needs a boost, says Sir Angus Fungus. What kind of boost does he need? I'd be happy to help him out. An ego boost? Hmm. He needs $50 worth of McDonald's. Can do. We can do it. Shane was a good sport about that. I think we needed to send him McDonald's last night. It was a nice pick me up. made people happy. Okay, good enough there. I can kind of finish doing detail. All right, let me see. Uh, Let me see. Eagles won. It's a good day. Fly Eagles fly. Well, that's good news. Appreciate hearing that. Andrew says, "Hey, Uncle E, just got back home from work. I was halfway through the As EFAP stream. Should I go back and finish? Anybody sum it up?" Um, I don't know. I think it was like a negative stream, so you don't have to finish it if you don't want to. I don't know how to sum it up. Maybe somebody else could. Nathan Robinson says, Director X kept shouting out Doomcock last night. His kids bought him a DC coffee mug, a Doomcock coffee mug, I guess. I sensed nervous laughter. Seemed legit, not a troll by X. Hmm. Thoughts on how this is Dreamcast 9920. Thanks for $5. Thoughts on how AI companies stealing art to make their AI programs work without the artist's consent. Also, how people using these programs to make money. Yeah, I really hate it. I'm like slowly becoming very anti um, artificial intelligence art here, AI art. Starting to really dislike it. I think I was sort of neutral on it until I saw Shadiversity bragging, but I'm really starting to dislike a whole wing of YouTubers, and I don't feel like I'm wrong for doing it. I feel like I feel like I'm being enlightened. I saw him bragging about, being proud of the AI art that he was doing, and really AI is, ugh, we all know what it is. I don't think it's art. I don't think it's any accomplishment to prompt a decent AI piece. I think plugging your own bad drawing in there and asking the AI to finish it is um, not good. I saw some of his drawings and then I saw him plug them into AI, and AI made them look great, and they were really not good. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess I don't like it right now. I'm resentful of it, but I'll probably get over it. I mean, AI could be used as a really good tool for um, inventing some cool stuff. I can see myself just saying, "Hey, I need a new cyberfrog costume," plugging that into AI and getting some pretty neat pretty neat arrangements of ideas that I could kind of borrow from. But yeah, I really don't like people. I don't know. I don't like the idea that it could possibly replace human creativity. I think that would be bad for everyone. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just kind of feeling around in the dark there. Um, Horizon says, EVS, how close is what you're drawing compared to what you see in your head? Like 80%, 70%? This is really a good like 85%. Yeah. In fact, I think it's better than what I was hoping for because I've really had no idea how to put this across, but I think it's working out all right. Um, Catching up with you guys here. Lazy says Alpha Channel. AI is going to replace CVS. Yeah, that's a shame, but yeah, I mean it could, easily. Someone said Shad wants to replace all humans after working with Mike. That is funny. Yeah, I can see that. Mike said buy Bitcoin yesterday. I wonder how Bitcoin's doing. Did I sell too soon? I had my $100 in Bitcoin that I bought 2 years ago. Let me just check real quick. And I cashed out because it jumped up, and I made that's about where it was, I guess. Yeah, I made like $30 on my $100 investment. I was very happy with that. Yeah, could jump up some more. Who knows? There could be a Bitcoin revival. Only $100. Yeah, I just wanted to ride it out. Yeah, I put $100 in there just to see what would happen to my $100, and it was banging around like $60 at one point. I was like, "Oh God, Bitcoin's dead," but I was happy to see it jump back up. Mr. Moneybags. Yeah. Um, hmm. Eric privated the stream where he called me a maggot. Did anybody capture or download him calling me a maggot? I don't know if you guys did that. Alpha channel. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Wow, 641 people watching. Amazing. You can buy heaps of McDonald's for $30. I actually bought Italian food with it for the family. I took my $130 and just door dashed a ton of Italian food for dinner. Andrew was happy about that. You got to watch Crypto Lifer if you want to learn. Yeah, he called me a maggot. Like, from what I hear, I didn't hear him say it, but other people told me that's what he did. That's unusual. I wouldn't have thought to hear Ripper call anyone a maggot, but I guess that's what he thought of when he thought of me. Um, I'd like to think that I'm a fully developed insect. Like, I would be a complete housefly, having already achieved adulthood, but maggot, amazing. I use asinine intelligence to create my art, says Cecil. That probably works pretty good. Asking for a refund after committing to a campaign is despicable. I have to admit, I've done it myself a few times, but I'm not going to do it ever again. And I recommend other people don't do it either because, yeah, like just commit, just fully commit to helping somebody make their. Don't back if for any reason you're going to ask for your money back. Just don't do it. Just don't support a campaign if that's I've got some people who are just like, "I don't like what you said, please refund me." And I'm like, could you, like, not make your support of my comic book based on whether or not you like me day to day? Uh, you're happy with everything that I've said? Like, please don't do that. Like, it's annoying to refund. It takes time out of my day. I really it's dispiriting, it's weird. Like, unless you find out that I've committed some kind of crime, some heinous crime, war crime, I'm a murderer, could you please, like, just leave your money where it is or don't do it? Like, just don't do it. And so, people talking about refunding anybody else that, they don't like, I would say don't do it, please, and then just wait. Don't back them next time. Gordo86 says, "Why are you the only king I see show up in Slums chat? Others need to make the rounds. Really disappointed in Cecil." Wow. Uh, Let me see here. I don't know. I like the Slums. I like those guys. Killer Kovacs says it's not their money until you get something for it. Well, I understand that, but like the thing about no, hold on. It is their money before you get something for it. You're giving them money so that they can spend it to make things. So it's going to be a long time before you get something. If you give me like 25 bucks and I'm sitting there spending it to make comics, and then you ask for it back while I'm in the middle of making the comics, like, what the hell? I already spent part of it. That's the whole thing. That's the principle. Neon Knight Rider says the most critical thing about Cyberfrog is the overall story structure. It reminds me of early Image in a way. Redbone for a masterclass for epic story structure. Well, thank you. You don't tell me what to do, Pie Man, says Dale A. Fair enough. M- Maggot, is July turning into Cobra Commander? I don't know. I don't know, but like if anybody, let me see. You will never see a maggot alone by itself. Ethan doesn't fit the descriptions of a maggot. Yeah, he called me a snake too, though, so maybe I'm a snake. They're solitary creatures. Hey, how about just calling me a frog? That's what I am. Snakes are sneaky. I don't think snakes are honest. I don't think they're known for being honest. I have trouble. I have trouble keeping secrets like that. I have trouble being dishonest. I don't think I'm a snake. I think I kind of tell you what's going on and where my thinking is along the way. And maybe you just don't want to hear it. And eventually that's enough. It's going to come out. That might be a failing of mine. But I don't think I pretend to be somebody I'm not ever. That's never been a thing that I do. Ethan's more like a hippo, says you scared Jody. Snakes are all about that booty. Your only dark grift is a snake. Only dark grift is a snake. Oh. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, hold on. So he didn't say that? What did he say? No, he talked about people who are jealous and referred to them as maggots. So he might not have meant me. Was he saying maggot because it rhymes with something else? Either way, not cool. Well, I mean, as soon as I heard that he called me a maggot, I said I call him something that rhymes with maggot. But if he didn't call me a maggot, I take that back. If he was calling jealous people maggots, that's different. But I was told he specifically said me. That's all. And if that isn't true, then I got no complaint. Did you ever meet Ted McKeever or Sam Keith? Good question. I did meet Sam Keith. And Sam Keith is a wonderful guy. He's very strange. Jimmy Palmiotti has a great story about Sam Keith, and one day I'd like to have him on to tell this story. I wonder if he still remembers it. But Sam Keith is kind of, I won't tell the story. Sam Keith is kind of an oddball and a real eccentric guy, terrific artist. Don't they imply Ethan is jealous, as called you jealous? Yeah, that's the go-to. Let me check my heart. I'm not jealous, guys. I'm not jealous. I have lots and lots and lots of money. I have all the acclaim that I want. My IP is better than yours, and I'm actually making money right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the black, as it were. So I'm okay. I'm not jealous. But I mean, that's the thing. That's what jealous people say. They go, I'm not jealous. So how do you answer to somebody who says you're jealous? It's the worst thing in the world. It's a trap. I'm not jealous, okay? You might as well just go, okay, I'm real jealous. Extremely jealous. I want to be sued by a Christian ministry. Shit. I don't know why I'm not being sued by one now. Here's the difference. Like I'm being sued by a pegging pornographer, cuckold pornographer. I'm being sued by that guy. Eric's being sued by a Christian ministry. I mean, like I'm being sued by an actual legitimate cuckoldry pornographer. I mean, that's awesome. That's actually fun. We all get sued, but I don't like. I'd be like really upset if I got sued by a fucking like somebody, a company, a ministry that's like, oh, we're trying to spread the word of Jesus Christ all over the world, and I'm like, oh, and I'm in the way. I'm in the way. I'm hurting you. Oh no, I'm going to hell. But no, I'm being sued by a guy who used to make videos and podcasts about what dildos he preferred sticking up his own rear end. Like that's who I'm being sued by. So I don't know. Like I feel okay about that. Really looking forward to going before the judge. That'll be interesting. Um, Ethan should get sued by the Vatican. That would make things even. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Uh, Cecil says, someone is disappointed in me? Get in line. Hmm. I'm not disappointed in you, Cecil. I'm proud of you. A lot of people are proud of Cecil. Cecil kisses all the girls and leaves them crying. Effing Book says, Cecil looked better than I thought without the mask. A lot of people are busting Cecil's balls about like what he looks like without his mask, but like he looks good, handsome. Hmm. Excuse me. Hmm. Don't listen to Eric Simp. He called you a maggot, says Jedi. Well, did he or did he not? I mean, like, he just said jealous people are maggots. Did he say Ethan Van Sciver is a maggot? Yes or no? And if so, please produce the tape of said insult. Otherwise, we have plausible deniability, and there's no point in getting mad about it. I just think heel versus babyface hates me really a whole lot. And I think that's who Eric was referring to in the text he sent me when he said he's holding back certain influencers from going to town on me. I think he meant heel versus babyface. And as you can see, um, since I didn't do what he said and I revealed the text and the threat involved, now heel versus babyface has been liberated to say whatever the fuck he wants to say about me on his live streams while Eric July live streams with him. So, in other words, it was a threat and I was right. And this is the consequence. He called you them people. That's cool. I am them people. Um, yeah. All right. This is close to being good. Ethan, you're being sued by a nursery for autistic children. What? Yeah, you are damaging our hospital for infirm. Sir, we're suing you. We are a hospital that takes care of. No, you're being sued by St. Jude's, Ethan. Oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah, you're hurting. You've done damage to St. Jude's, in our opinion. You have to stand up and countersue a hospital for sick children that does charity work for them. I'd be like, what? Oh no. Danny Thomas is rolling in his grave. What is this? Oh wow, thank you. I came 1906 is jealous, bro. In addition to Cyberfrog, you helped create Saint Walker, Jessica Cruz, Larfleeze, Atrocitus, etc., right? Yeah, I did. You know, nobody stepped into your cred. Eh, these things don't mean much. But thank you, I appreciate that. Pete Cowan says, as is a joke of a person, a spoiled brat of a man. Hmm. Ethan is getting sued by Baker Square for the damage he does to their inventory. Oh, shit. See, that'd be horrible. No, I'm getting sued by a guy who was told while he was in birthing position, being sodomized by his wife on video to sing a Christmas song, and he did. That's who I'm being sued by. I don't mind being sued by. That's like, yeah, that's an okay thing, you know. I feel like forces of degeneracy and evil should be opposed to me. I don't know why I get so lucky. Why do I get to stand up for truth and justice? Why do I uniquely get to oppose some of the worst, most disgusting perverts on the face of the earth? Why, God, why? And God looks at me and he says, because I give my gayest battles to my toughest, most heterosexual soldiers. Thanks, God. Appreciate you. Amen, Lord. Yeah, it is just luck, right? Hmm. Oh, what the hell? Jamie Max says, can you stop describing it? Oh, jeez. Well, you know. Ethan, quickly summarize these past 2 hours real quick. I just got here. Just drawing cyberfrog, really. Yeah, you're not missing much. Maggot EVS. That's what I should change to the. I should change the name of this stream to that. God giving gay battles is scary. Says Marvy Dog. Yeah. God, why are all my battles so gay? Because I know you're so heterosexual. All right. Okay, Lord. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Steve Giblin says, Ethan, please pray for me. I'm dying. I have a horrible cold. Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I think Ava has a cold too, which means eventually it's going to come around to me. But I'm staying up tonight. I'm sleeping in the basement. I'm going to be drawing all night long. So I'm staying away from everybody in the house. I worked a lot today. Andrea said, you were on the computer for like 5 hours. Like, was it productive? I didn't want to say, yeah, some fucking obese, actually once fat British buffoon, you know. I had to answer him. Like, I'm not like, honey, your husband had to spend 7 hours on the internet answering heel versus babyface and his weird accusations. Sorry, that's work. It's just work, babe. Oh, you did work down there? You got some comic book? No, no, no. I spent the honey, I was downstairs all this Sunday, you know, e-fapping a retarded video by a 40-year-old man-child who has some kind of gay problem with me because he thinks I offended his internet friends. So that's what I was doing. Don't worry, babe. I made super chats. We did get some super chat money. Yeah, it needed to be addressed. These things are important. Yeah. Honey, I had to answer him. He called me a narcissist. He called me an egomaniac. So clearly I couldn't let that stand. You know me. World's most humble, charming, elegant, eloquent man. How could I let somebody call me an egomaniac, love? You know me better than that. Humble. So I had to get in there and destroy his whole world with my eloquence. That's what I did. That's how I spent my afternoon. Made all his fans cry, made him angry. Oh, it was worth it. Yeah, it's the internet. It's the life we chose, babe. So retarded. Mm-mm. But I told Andrea, I said, I will be on the internet more. She's like, you're not live streaming it very much anymore. How come? I'm like, because I'm busy doing other things. She's like, you don't think like your people miss you? I'm like, they don't miss me. They don't miss me at all. You don't even know them. I'm like, babe, these people, they sit on my chat and they just fling $2 at me to call me a fat homosexual. That's all they do all day long. They don't miss me. They'll find somebody else to do that too. She's like, I think they miss you. Really? And so I show up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start live streaming. What do I find? Some video game reviewer is calling me names first thing in the morning. I must address it. I missed you guys too. So some of us do that for free too. I know you do. Yeah. You missed a previous super chat, says Drunken Yorkshireman. Oh, let me check it out. Oh yeah, quite a few here. Wait. The eyes, mouth, and face look like Battletoads, but like went to the dark side. Do you think he looks like a Battletoad? I don't think he looks like one of the Battletoads, Key JX, but thank you. I like the Battletoads. Oh, here we go. Drunken Yorkshireman. Got my frog books and spent Sunday afternoon reading all of my cyberfrog books. Wow. We'll be backing book 3 soon. I want to know what happens. Yes, that's what it's about. I got a really nicely written review too, which I appreciate. Holy cow! Just check my email. You guys are buying shit from me. Like, wow, you guys are buying stuff. A lot of stuff from me. Thank you. All right, let's look at this review. Let me see here. Substack review. All right, let me see. EBS's Cyberfrog Blood Honey. So, how do I get rid of this here? Let me see. Live, high current comment. You'd be impossible to miss, you fat fag. See what I'm saying? I can watch EBS and Aaron draw anytime. I love watching Aaron draw. He's so effortless. He's a lot of fun. What Photoshop brush you using, Nate? I'm not using any Photoshop brush. I draw by hand. EBS murdered Fran. Oh, it's horrible. All right, hold on. So let's take a look at this review, which is good. EVS's Cyberfrog Blood Honey. You don't usually get a second chance to make a first impression. That's ominous. Continue reading. You may recall I gave a glowing review to Cyberfrog Warts and All, collection of Cyberfrog's first adventures from the 90s. They were pretty cool. Cyberfrog killed a bunch of jackasses while cracking wise until he faced off with Elliot Rogers' Strongest Soldier, the Deathfly. Now we have Cyberfrog Bloodhoney EVS's first volume in his reboot series of Cyberfrog, inspired by his banishment from mainstream comics. Strangely, despite being sequel reboot made decades later, Cyberfrog is not a black lesbian in Bloodhoney. Missed opportunity. Part one. We begin with Cyberfrog's mothership. Look at this. This is a great review. I don't think I need to read all this. But this is like a really sharp. Thank you for writing these reviews. Hmm. Yeah, this is only Bloodhoney, I think, and I guess he does 1998 too. Um, is the idea? Oh, few thoughts. Bloodhoney is the setup for the ongoing modern Cyberpunk series. I think a superhero returning to a world ruled by aliens while he himself is an alien is a good setup. I'm assuming future issues will address that Cyberpunk feels guilty for his absence. Yeah, he completely fucked over the whole planet. Hopefully, for drama's sake, humans will assume he's with the Vespis or blame hate him for not being human. I don't get why Heather saw Death fly for a brief moment and then never again. Ooh, you can figure that out if you think hard enough about it. I mean, he will show up in a later issue for sure. He's Cyberfrog's Joker. No, he isn't. But how is Heather not dead? Deathfly is obsessed with Heather, and she didn't have her amphibious bodyguard for 20 years. No, but she had her husband and her family. You guys haven't figured out what Deathfly is yet. Is the idea that she got an omen for Deathfly's return, which will be over 20 years from now? I feel like you should have saved the omen for issue 2. Or was Heather just terrified for a moment because it dawned on her that no one could protect her from Deathfly with Cyberfrog gone? Deathfly is basically a slasher villain, so having new villains be aliens makes sense. You have to draw from horror movies if your hero looks like a monster, I think. Hope Deathfly isn't a member of the Vespis. I think he is better as his own special snowflake. Um, yeah, you're gonna be surprised. I love that like nobody gets it. Overall, this is a fine comic, great art as usual. I enjoyed warts and all, but that is like 400 pages. I suppose my main issue is there's no single big bad. That's true. Not until Wreck Planet. Vespis is an invading species. I would have liked to see a preview of their queen or even a general. Yeah, Wreck Planet. Bloodhoney is the setup for the series, which is hopefully on par or better than Warts and All. At points, the summary is Cyberfrog disappeared, aliens took over, Heather survived and managed to have a family, and the two, by some miracle, are reunited. Solid setup, if a little thin. That's fair. If you like Warts and All, you should definitely get it. Nice. Very good review today. Flinging this year away, you spelled him heterosexual. So Steve Roberts, thanks for $2. Appreciate that. That's the frog racism that Masterson was talking about, says Madness and Victory. Yeah, the idea that humans are disgusted by Cyberfrog. Like, I mean, even now, they're disgusted by him. So, that's what it is. He liked that aspect of it. That was all through the 90s. I wish I could afford to hire you to draw and color a design for my bowling team, Rabid Turkeys. Enjoy your stuff. Thanks for the streams and being real. Thank you, Shinobi Assault, and welcome. You're a newbie around here, I think. You're very happy, and thank you for $5. Let's see here. Oh, Vito's in here. Hello, Vito. Oh, Jane's Disorder. I adore you, A. Thank you. Queen Bee's in here. Vito, I hope you saved the stream earlier where Eric called EVS a maggot. Yeah, did anybody save it? Fuck. Vito says, lol, no, but Az has been a crybaby supreme. What did I do? Like, it feels like he was holding this in for a long time, and he's now been given permission to stop full screening your web browser. Well, all right. I'll try to remember that. Okay. Let me see. EVS, don't let them get to you. You may be foul and narcissistic, but wait, what was my point? Yeah, I'm down with all that. I understand. Yeah, I love Deathfly. I'm gonna make a Deathfly, a couple of Deathfly action figures. Definitely have to do that to fight my 90s cyberfrog. Yeah, I can't wait until I think I'll be able to reveal what Deathfly, who he is and everything in the young Heather Swain book, you know. That just seems like a really good time to just make that whole thing happen. It's almost Twin Peaksian, Twin Peaks-esque. Um, Jarbo is covering the ad stuff now. Wow. We need a Rumblebee action figure. Yeah, I want to make one of those too. I don't know. Is this good enough? Do I have to keep drawing on stream? Are you guys sick of me yet? That blue circle template is cheating. Yeah. Heather Swain cheesecake incoming? No, but I was showing not really. It's not cheesecake, but this is the cover for this is the cover for 1998, The Diary of Heather Swain. It's like the variant cover. Here's a little Cyberfrog jumping in, Salamandroid, and then here's Deathfly. Here's Ben Riley here. Dystopia. All the villains are gonna be kind of surrounding her mattress as she writes in her diary. I think this is a really good cover, and I'll be proud to sell this to you when I put it on the variant cover. So, Epic 411 says, "Are you sick of us?" No, not at all. I just feel weird because the Ankh is 90s as fuck. Hell yeah, dude. Heather, where's that Ankh? Is Heather a lesbian? No, not a lesbian at all. Very heterosexual. She got married and had a child. You know, so bring in Malin and Shane and have a draw off. What do you think? How old is she here? 18 years old. This is her writing right as the Vespus invade, basically. It's in that time period. So, yeah, she's 18. But we're going all the way back to Heather Swain being 13, which is going to be really fun. I can't wait to draw her at 13. Hold on, I'll show you. I can't find it. I can't find my 13-year-old Heather Swain drawing. It's in a pile of papers. Here's a piece of the Salamandroid Poison Pack cover that I'm working on to get that thing done. Okay. I can't wait to draw at 13. I can't wait. Yeah. It's going to be so fun. I'll draw a book about kids. Monopoly Loser 2. Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you. Razorfist says the 90s are horrible, the 80s are best. There's some truth to that. The 80s were great. Ethan, ever think of going on Graybeards? Those guys all draw way better than me, so I'm gonna say I would like to do it, but I don't know. They draw better than me. They're faster than me. So like this is me in 2 hours. No, this is me in 3 hours. See what I'm saying? It's like those guys would get something way better than this done in 3 hours. I guess I could, if like I had to draw Spider-Man in 3 hours, I could get it done, but it wouldn't look like my work. All right, guys. Vito, we need another EVS Biggest Problem episode. I'm a big fan. I'm going to stay off that show because I watched the show. I really like. Listen, it's true. I'm a big fan of that show. Big fan of Revenge of the Sis. Shout out to those guys. They're terrific as well, and that's what I listen to when I draw. So it's a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the super chats. Holy cow, 58 super chats. Amazing. You can see them like listed. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like I kind of got them. Thank you, everyone. And I'm just gonna take my drawing over to my other table and really focus. How embarrassing? Why is it embarrassing? Wait, what is embarrassing? I don't even know. Read my super chat. It says, "What geeks do network?" Is there a super chat from you? Let me see here. What geeks do? I really felt like I got them all. Oh, look at this. The Don says, I'm on Pop XP with Billy and Niall tomorrow at 9 p.m. promoting a mega mission. Would love to be on your channel as well. Hey, hail CG, Cyberfrog looking dope. Nice, thank you. Were you kidding about super chatting me? I don't see it. I don't see no super chat. I guess you're messing with me. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody, and I will be back tomorrow for Comicsgate Kings, 7 o'clock tomorrow. I hope you guys will join me and all that stuff. You're the best. Have a great night.